everybody, what's going on? You're watching DJ TLM TV. My name is DJ TLM. The holiday season is officially over, so it's time to wake up early in the morning again, and that's why I am tired right now. But it is time to get back to business, and today I want to talk about preparing your set. I get a lot of questions about this topic. People asking me, how should I prepare my set? What do I need to do? And I wanted to break this down because there's different levels of preparation. There's preparation where you prepare your entire mix. You have everything laid out before you go to do your show. So that means you have the track selection, you've checked every mix and practiced every mix. You know how to set all your pitch corrections in every track, and you might have special parts where you add extra samples and loops and edits. Everything's prepared. And you have preparation where you just make sure that you have the right kind of music and certain songs that you know that you definitely want to play, and you put them in a separate folder. So there's different levels of preparation. One I just call like track selection, and the other one I will call like total mix preparation. I'm not the right person to talk about total mix preparation because I don't really do that. In the 20 years that I've been DJing, I haven't ever done that for club gigs. I did do total preparation for my DJ battles, because when you do a DJ battle, you have to do like a 5-minute routine packed with different kinds of beat juggle patterns and scratches, and you have to switch records real fast, and that takes like weeks or months of preparation. The entire routine has to be in your head so you can do it and deliver it flawless. So yeah, I prepared that. And then of course I have some of my mix videos, like my LL Cool J special and my Gangstar special. You can find the links in the description down below. And those were like performance mix videos where I really wanted it to be about the music, the mix, and the performance video-wise. So I did not want to record myself selecting songs in the laptop and cueing on the headphone and maybe beat matching a song to get it right for 30 seconds before I do a mix. That would take all the flow out of that performance. So for those video mixes, I prepared the entire mix. So I have my track list. I knew where to start every song. I had the cue points ready. I knew what pitch every track had to be at. So everything was prepared so I could deliver a smooth mix and do my performance tight for the camera. So in those scenarios, I would prepare everything. But when it comes to normal DJing, the only thing I do is I make sure I bring the right kind of music. And that depends on what kind of party I'm playing, but also what time I'm playing. If you're the first DJ or you play early in the evening, your role is going to be different than when you're headlining or playing at the most hype part of the evening. That's a big difference in your track selection. At least that you should know that as a DJ. I will do a separate video about warm-up sets because a lot of DJs do not understand the function of the warm-up DJ, and a lot of people think negative of a warm-up DJ, and I'd like to express that right now. There is nothing wrong with being a DJ that opens a certain night. There's no shame in not being the headliner, and sometimes it's even more fun not to be headlining but to have the opportunity to warm up because you have a little bit more freedom while you're warming up. But I'll get into that in the warm-up video. Let me get back on topic. So what kind of party are you playing? What time? If I know I'm playing a party where there's all kinds of music being played, then I want to make sure that I select enough tracks from each genre so that I can go every way. But that's all the preparation I will do for that evening. I'll make sure I bring the right music. Beyond that, I like to be more of a freestyle DJ when I'm playing in a club. I like to be able to switch genres and go any way at a moment's notice because I see a certain crowd reaction. And that's one of the, if we talk about pros and cons of totally preparing your set, If you totally prepare your set, so that means the whole mix is laid out, and you're playing at a venue and the crowd happens to be not really feeling what you're doing in your set, then you are kind of screwed, because if they're not feeling the vibe that you're on with your set, but you have to stick to that track list, then you're probably going to lose that whole crowd. And that's what I love about the freestyle type of mixing, because I can test a certain type of track. If I'm not sure about the crowd yet, I can try, for instance, if it's a hip hop and R&B party and I see that there's some older people, I might try a New Jack Swing track. Check the reaction. If I see that there's 2 people that like it and the rest is like, nah, or they're not feeling it, then I can switch to a different genre, or at least a different time in hip hop and R&B within the next song. So it allows me to really check the energy of the crowd, feel their vibe, and use that for the selection of the next song that I'll play. That's what I like about the freestyle way of playing. Now, there are times when it's better to prepare your total mix, or at least to have an opening, the first couple of tracks, where you prepare that opening, just to make sure that you start strong with a good statement. I've played radio a couple of times, and I'm not talking about my own radio mix shows, but I've been a guest at radio shows where they invite you to come and do a 30-minute set or an hour set. And when you're at a radio station, you do not get the vibe from the crowd, because you're not playing in front of a crowd. The crowd is the listener. The listener is at home or in the car, so you're not seeing your crowd. And I found out that that freestyle type of playing doesn't really work, because you're not getting energy from the people. So when I heard my mixes back, I could tell. I mean, the mix was okay. I didn't make mistakes, but the energy was just not really there. I wasn't feeling the vibe of my own mixes, because I was not getting the vibe from the crowd. And that means that I didn't really leave the right impression, or I didn't do what I should have done to leave the right impression. And if I ever do that again, I would prepare that set, not the total mix, but at least the first part of the mix to start strong, so that you have everyone's attention, and maybe after that do a little part freestyle. But that's a lesson well learned. So there are times when it's good to prepare your mix, or at least a part of your mix, and that means that you select the right tracks. That means that you check every mix, and that means that you might even add some extras. Like if you have to start a set and you're not the first DJ, you are the headliner, you might want to start with a totally crazy track that will have people shocked. It could be an old TV tune or whatever that people recognize, and mid through the tune you loop it and you throw in a banger and get the right crowd reaction, and then you set the tone, you made a statement, and then you continue with your mix. So that can help. If you're a beginning DJ, I would definitely suggest that you make sure that you prepare a lot when it's time to do your first bigger show, because you're going to be nervous, and when you're nervous, it takes 3 times as long to find your music and to get the beat matching right. It's a very good idea to make sure that you have your entire track list ready and in a special folder, so you don't have to look for your songs. You already have them in one place. And that you even prepare your mixes so that you know at what pitch all tracks need to be. Or if you're using sync, you don't need to worry about the pitch. But that way it takes away some of the stress, and you can really focus on delivering the right performance. So I hope that helps you out a bit, and that you understand that there are different levels of preparing your sets. If you like to be able to go off the vibe from the crowd, then a freestyle way of playing is better. But freestyle does not mean that you just take a box of records or take a flash drive with some music and discover on that night what's on your flash drive. No, you should always prepare and make sure that you have the right type of music for the right type of event. When I do a corporate show, that means that a lot of times I'm gonna have people in there that are different ages, like the age range might be from 20 to 60, and they all have different music that they like. I make sure at those events that I bring anything from disco or even older to the newest tracks and maybe some of the top 40 music that I do like, so that I can go any way. I can take them anywhere. I can just check the crowd, see what they like, and make sure that I have it. That is the preparation that you need to do. You need to have your music there, and you need to know your music. That's probably one of the most important things, know your music. Because if you know a lot of music and you're playing, then your mind is going to tell you, or even the feeling is going to tell you, oh, now I should go to this song or that song. And that can only be if you know your song. So make sure you select tracks. That doesn't mean a playlist, but that you have the right type of music. And then you can go for the freestyle way of playing. And if you want to make sure that you leave the right impact, you might want to take the first 4 or 5 tracks, prepare that part of your mix, especially if you're a more beginner type of DJ, so that the first part is tight. And if that first part is tight and you're getting the right reaction, then all the stress is going to leave anyway, and then you're probably in a good mode to finish the rest strong anyway. I hope that helps. It might not be the practical type of video that you were looking for when you were asking how to prepare a set, but once again, I don't really do that for the normal gigs, and I hope this helps you. There's one more thing that I would like to mention, and that is share the knowledge. That's something that you hear me say quite a lot in my latest video, share the knowledge. And when I say this, I'm not just talking about sharing my video. I mean, of course, I would like for you to share my videos, to share the knowledge that way. But I also mean that I really like it if people take part in the conversation in the comment section, because I'm not an expert at everything. I just tell you my point of view and what I know, but there's a lot of things that I don't know and that you might know, because I see a lot of comments from people who have been DJing for 15 or 20 years as well, and you have experience as well. And we can all help each other. So a lot of times people are asking questions in the comments section, and if you know the answer, share that knowledge. If you see my video and you feel that I left something out that needs to be mentioned, share that knowledge. We need to all share it so we can all become better. Not just at DJing, but for me also for making videos. So your feedback helps me make better videos for you. I hope that made sense. So until next time, if you like the video, click like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss any of the videos. You can follow me on Twitter. Make sure you check djtlmtv.com. I'll be back real soon with more tutorial videos, and I will do a video about selecting music, how to organize your digital crates, because people have been asking for that, and that's one of those subjects that I'm still struggling with to this day. Every year I find a new way to categorize everything and organize it. So I'm gonna do a video on that, and I'd like your opinion on that as well. But that's coming soon. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.